Alright guys, what is up? I am here doing a Tcaps have results here because I think that would be awesome to do. Now, so new look to the Tcaps website, as you can see, because it's obvious. It's very obvious that it's there. You know, come on, it's obvious. LOL. New look to the Tcaps website. I kind of like it actually. It's kind of pretty cool. So pay-per-view. So the next pay-per-view is Chamber of Hell, and that will be February 21st, 2015. Please be there. I would love for you guys to be there. We're gonna have some good action-packed, and it's the road to Tcaps Mania 3, and I can't wait for Tcaps Mania 3. Superstars. I actually updated the superstar list. I put everybody on the superstar list that actually signed a contract. If you have not signed a contract, then obviously you haven't um, then you're not officially in Tcaps because you got to make sure you sign a contract or else you're not in. Sorry, but so champions. So let's look at the champions right now. So the Tcaps champion right now is Bryce Saturn. Hardcore champion still Brian Psycho, the world heavyweight champion. Angel, Warrior champion Crazy Bubba, the USA and IC title Jaden Moore, the tag team, the Ultimate Impact. So Tcaps NXT Tcaps NXT, the NXT champion is Troy, and NG Division champion is still vacant. So news and links. So I'm actually gonna update it as I go along because because I like doing this. So first I'm gonna just update it, then I'll talk about the Royal Rumble and all of that other baloney. So here we go. We're waiting for this to load. My computer's acting very slow today. Don't know why. Not sure. So the first headline will be the 2015 Royal Rumble winner. Wiener. LOL Wiener. I know. Rumble winner. I know I suck at spelling, so just bear with me here. 2015 Royal Rumble winner is Frank the Tank 95. Frank is the longest person to ever last in a Rumble, and he entered at number 2 and went on to the end and finished the Rumble, and he was the sole survivor, as I like to call it. So, new World Heavyweight Champion is Angel. Let's see, what else do we got here? One more. So that's pretty much the recent stuff right there. So let's talk about Tcaps, the Royal Rumble. Hold on. No one's asked me questions yet. Look at that, huh? No one. So let's talk about the Tcaps Royal Rumble because I think that's something we should definitely talk about because, it was our recent pay-per-view. So the Tcaps Royal Rumble was great. A lot of things happened that I loved and a lot of things didn't happen that I didn't love. So I'm going to shout out some highlights here. So the first match of the night, it was Troy versus the Beast Animal versus Michael J for the Tcaps NXT Championship. Now, it was a great match except my pick for that match, Michael J, that I was hoping would show up and really make a good debut or something like that, would, show up. But see, the thing is that he didn't, and I'm kind of depressed with Michael J right now because he should have been that was his time to shine, and I told him that he was gonna shine and all that stuff, and that this is a way to take him to the top, but he didn't show up in his match, so that's his fault. So the next match of the night, I'm pretty sure was the... I can't remember shit. What was the next match of the night? The Royal Rumble. Hmm. See, this is the shit. This is how this part of me being organized as CEO is really bad. So the next match of the night. Oh, okay, I remember. The next match of the night was for the World Heavyweight Championship, and that was A Diz. No, not A Diz. Um, what's his name? Saint Christian versus Angel for the World Heavyweight Championship. No, that actually wasn't the next match of the night. The next match of the night was freaking A Diz versus Crazy Bubba for the championship. Wait, no, alright. Fuck that shit. This is what it was, and this is what it was. I'm serious. So, the next match of the night was Brian Psycho versus the debuting superstar Prince Lucas for the Hardcore Championship. Now, both of them did awesome in that match, but the victor that came out was Brian. Now, the real winner of that match was Brian, but the real winner of that match was Brian, but also another winner of that match was also Prince Lucas because he did an awesome debut in that match, and I was so happy for him and other things like that. So then it was Crazy Bubba versus A-Diz for the Warrior Championship. Now, the real winner of that match was Crazy Bubba, and so the winner of that match was Crazy Bubba, and the real winner of that match was also Crazy Bubba because he actually showed up. But the real loser of that match was definitely A-Diz because I was looking forward to A-Diz coming in and doing an impact. Now, the next match of the night was one of my favorite matches of all of 2015 was the 2015 Tcaps Royal Rumble match. Now, I'm going to explain some of the winners I think won in that match, and I'm going to explain some of the losers that I think won in that match. So, the real winner, the winner that lasted till the end and won the Rumble was Frank the Tank 95. But the so the real winner was Frank the Tank 95. I also think he was also the real winner. Another real winner I thought was Michael J. Michael J did an impressive comeback debut as Michael J, also known, his former name is Kid Lightning, but he really did do an impression of Michael J, and he's back and he's better than ever, and I'm so happy for him. Another winner in that match was definitely Prince Lucas. Prince Lucas came out last. He was the finalist with Frank the Tank, but Prince Lucas almost won by a hair, but Frank beat him, and that's all right. And another winner definitely of that match was definitely Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly, I want to say thank you for actually coming back. I convinced you to come back just like I do to everybody because, you know, but Machine Gun Kelly, you did awesome on your return. I'm so happy for you. Another winner I think would also be Coolness 210. He kind of did a good impact, and he was back better than ever with his promos. Those are the only real winners I see right now that was in that match. So I want to explain some of the losers. The real loser was Prodigy. The Prodigy, this is supposed to be his year. Just like I tell everybody that this is going to be their year, but really, I told Prodigy that this was going to be his year to give him a little more momentum. So, the thing is that he couldn't show up, so he told me just to eliminate him. So that's why he's the real loser. Poor thing, he lost. Another real loser would probably be the Destroyer. Here's a spoiler for you all. The Destroyer was supposed to return in the Rumble, and he did not return in the Rumble because he said he couldn't, so that's another real loser. And I want to give another real loser to, sorry, JS, but I love you like a brother, but another real loser would probably be JS102. I know we haven't seen him in a long time, but I think that would have been an awesome spot for him to come back, would be at the Rumble, because the Rumble was honestly good. And we always love seeing Frank the Tank versus JS102, one of the best rivalries we've ever had in Tcaps. So that was a really good match. But those were the real winners to me and the real losers. So the next match of the night was Saint Christian versus Angel. The winner that won that night was Angel. The real winner I see in my eyes is also Angel, because I think Angel definitely overcame the odds and won the World Heavyweight Championship. Actually, let's jump right back to the Royal Rumble. I forgot to announce two other real winners. I think Brian, Psycho, and Angel, they did awesome together, and I know they're like really close friends. They actually fought each other a little bit in the Rumble, and I want to thank you guys for that, because you actually are kind of getting out of your shell and doing other things like that. But
Now, I got something to say about the championship, about my World Heavyweight Championship. Even though I lost it at Royal Rumble last Saturday. And I got a really big plan, because this is Plan B for me. I'm gonna tell you what Plan B is, because you know what? It's me. It's gonna invoke. I'm here invoking my rematch clause for the World Heavyweight Championship, either on Chamber of Hell or on Tcaps Mania 3, because I'm having my rematch clause. Because whichever pay-per-view it is, especially Tcaps Mania, because Tcaps Mania is my pay-per-view, which I would love to make impact on that pay-per-view. Because you know what? Because I'm on the road to vengeance, and Angel, you're just holding that title for me. You are holding that title just for me. Because you know what? At Tcaps Mania or on Chamber of Hell, you know what? I think I'm gonna have my rematch clause happen at Tcaps Mania 3, because Tcaps Mania 3, that is my favorite pay-per-view. And you know what? Because it's time for me to take back what is always mine and what was stolen from me by Angel. Because you know what? It's this type of match, and you know what? Me and Angel, my rematch clause at Tcaps Mania 3 in a no limits match. Because Angel, it's time for vengeance. It's time to get back what's rightfully mine. If whether anybody here likes it or not, I'm just getting rematch clause.
Listen here, jackwagon son of a gun! How dare you!
Because it's time that I get vengeance on Angel.
Listen, you jackwagon son of a gun, who the hell do you think you are? Freaking interrupting the CEO of Tcaps. Who do you think you are? Maybe I shouldn't give you your rematch clause because, well, you freaking interrupted me. But here's the thing.
Really?
Here's the thing. I'm not like that. See? I'm not like that. See? What you're gonna do now is you're gonna shut your candy ass up and you're gonna let me finish exactly what I was saying, you son of a bitch. So shut up and either put up or shut up. And right now, you're gonna shut the fuck up. Because you know what? You interrupted me and you don't interrupt the CEO. So
That's why I interrupted you, because I got something to say, PJ.
Anyway, as I was saying, the real winner of that match between Saint Christian versus Angel was Angel. And also the real winner was definitely Angel because he overcame the odds and won over Saint Christian. Now, the real loser of this match, no, it wasn't Saint Christian. No, it wasn't Saint Christian. It was Brian Psycho. Because, you know, if Brian Psycho would have started a rivalry with Angel before, Angel could have faced Brian for the World Heavyweight Championship. But again, that didn't happen. So, in the last match of the night, it was Bryce Saturn versus the Beast Animal for the Tcaps Championship. Now, winner of that match was Bryce Saturn. The real winner of that match was Bryce Saturn. Why? Because Bryce is the first ever, the second ever person in Tcaps history, in WTW history, you know what, let's just say, tout history, to hold the Tcaps Championship and the WTW Championship at once. Now, here's another thing. The real loser of that match, no, it wasn't the Beast Animal. No, it wasn't. Don't worry. The real loser of that match was Troy. It was Troy because he kept telling me that he wanted in the Battle Royal. He wanted in the Battle Royal. Didn't show up for the Battle Royal. So now he can't go on to Tcaps Mania and face the one, the only, Bryce Saturn. Now, here's what I made a schedule for. Tonight is supposed to be Tuesday Night War, but because of the Winter Storm Juno, which is the capital of Alaska, Winter Storm Juno, we are not going to have Tcaps tonight, but instead it will be Sunday, so it will be Sunday Night War that we will be having it. And on Thursday, due to how many people have power, we may have it on Thursday. Not sure. But if not on Thursday, then it will be Sunday, and I'll make sure I hammer down. So here's the plan. If Thursday I do not have a show, Sunday we will have a show, Tuesday we will have a show, Thursday we will have a show, and that Sunday again we will have a show. That will be TCAPS NXT. Due to that, I need to make up for the days that I missed. You know what I'm saying? Because you know me, I always like to do that stuff. So I have two people on here right now. The guy that interrupted me, Saint Christian, and Frank the Tank 95. He's on FaceTime with me because I don't know, I don't care. But here's the deal. I'm going to ask the question, Shannon. My first question is going to go to the one, the only Frank the Tank 95. Frank the Tank, how does it feel winning the Royal Rumble? Not once, but twice for the second year in a row.
Here's the thing. When I came to the Royal Rumble last Saturday was about history moment. When I first started on Tout, I'm all about making history. I'm all about making successful moments. That's what I do in my Tout career. And what happened that year on this year's Royal Rumble is about trying to make history, trying to make successful moments. What I did last year, I want to make it this year. And what happened? Boom, I did it. And guess what? Who almost cost me my chance to make history? He's the guy right here, Saint Christian. He's trying to take me out. He's trying to eliminate me. But what happened? He couldn't get the job done. Now let me ask you something, Saint Christian. Why did you attack me? Why are you trying to eliminate me at the TCAPS Royal Rumble? Is it because you're jealous? Is it because I'm better than you? Is it because you're not that good? Well, let me tell you something, Saint Christian. Here's the reason why that I won and why you're eliminated. Because I'm greatest and greatest. One of the best superstars here on Tout Originals. Something that you're not better than me. That's why I won the Rumble. And here's the thing, Saint Christian. You forgot about one thing. You don't know what I am, but I am the second CEO of Tcaps. And I heard that you want a rematch clause against Angel Tavares.
Just keep going.
Okay. Okay, first of all, I'm such a dumbass right now. I cannot believe it.
No, dude.
Anyway.
Frank, it sounded like you were talking to him anyway. He's probably still watching, so keep going.
Okay. And I heard you on what you say about Angel Tavares. Saying you want a rematch clause at TCAPS Mania 3. Well, here's the thing. TCAPS Mania 3 is such a long way right now. It's just like a couple of months. You won't get a rematch clause at TCAPS Mania 3. But you will get your rematch clause at Chamber of Hell. I will grant your stipulation match and no limits match. And yes, at TCAPS Chamber of Hell, you will have a World Heavyweight Championship rematch clause against Angel Tavares at I said Chamber of Hell in a no limits match.
All right, cool. So there you go. The second COO, CEO, whatever, he confirmed it. But here's something I want to talk about, though. So because I really see a vision of this year is the year of the rookies and the mid-carders and stuff like that. I said that last year, but last year didn't turn out too well. But as you can see, this year it's kind of turning out that way. And I just want to give a heads up to all the mid-carders and rookies. This is actually to give you a little bit more momentum that you guys are doing great, but you guys aren't that good yet, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. When I started, I wasn't good. Trust me. When Corey Graves started, he was terrible. When we all started here, we were terrible. We got better as we progressed. But here's the thing. If you want some advice, I'm going to give you some advice. Practice your promos. It really helps because Troy and Prince Lucas actually practice their promos every night until Prince Lucas debuted, and that's why Prince Lucas is so good. I also want to say that it's hard for rookies and mid-carders to carry a pay-per-view, but you guys did it at the Royal Rumble, and I'm very happy for you guys. Frank, I want your opinion on this. So I know at WrestleMania, TCAPS Mania, you're going to be facing Bryce Saturn for the TCAPS Championship. Now, none of us want to really see you headline, main event again. Well, I do, I know that. But the thing is that we got to change it up a little bit because a lot of things repeat in TCAPS. So, changing it up is something good. So what I made last week, I made an announcement about how at the Chamber of Hell, Bryce Saturn will not be defending his championship. But what will happen is that there will be a Chamber of Hell match, and there will be 6 contestants, and the winner of that match will go on and have a triple threat match with Frank the Tank and Bryce Saturn for the TCAPS Championship. Now, Frank, here's the deal. Here's the people that I already confirmed are going to be in that match: Michael J, Prince Lucas, and Machine Gun Kelly. Now, here's another deal that I need to tell you. Last year, you lost at WrestleMania, Tcaps Mania, and you freaked out and you quit. This year, you signed a contract. You cannot whine and quit if you lose. I'm not saying I'm going to make you lose, but I want. This is not just going to Frank, but this is going to all superstars. Listen, if you signed a contract, you agreed to not complain at Tcaps Mania and all that other bullshit. I don't want to hear it from you, from anybody this time. Because if I hear it from you, then guess what? We're going to face at the next pay-per-view because I don't want to hear it. Now, here's the deal, though. Because I know you're supposed to be getting, Frank, a one-on-one match versus Bryce at Tcaps Mania 3. If you happen to lose, which I don't think you will because you got a lot of momentum right now. If you happen to lose, I will give you your rematch clause at the next pay-per-view for one-on-one match. Because I kind of thought about it, and I'm thinking, like, it's really not fair to have that for you at Tcaps Mania, but I need to do it because something needs to change. Something needs to be exciting. Do you understand? Like, so I want to ask you, who do you think out of the 3 people that I've already chosen to be in the Chamber of Hell has the most advantage to win?
The most advantage I had to say has to be Michael J. Because what Michael J. did, he was really close. I thought Michael J. was going to be the final. Because you see, when I saw Michael J. in the Rumble, I thought being Michael J. was going to be the final 2 at the Royal Rumble match. And what happened was Michael J. did well. He did awesome. And I say Michael J. might have a chance to win the Chamber of Hell match. And here's the thing. I really don't care if it's a one-on-one, a triple threat, fatal 4-way. It don't matter. Because what happened last year I blew it. This year, I'm not going to blow it this year. I'm not going to go repeat because everything is going to change. Everything's going to change every year. You can't stay the same forever. Because what I am going to do, I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to make a change. What I am going to make a change is I'm going to Tcaps Mania 3. I'm going to beat the crap out of Brightside. I'm going to beat the crap out of the other competitors to see who will be in that triple threat match. And I'm going to walk out Tcaps Mania 3 as a Tcaps champion.
Now, here's the deal. I also want to say this, that, well, St. Christian has rejoined us. So I actually want to ask St. Christian a question before we move on, because now that he joined. So St. Christian, the question I would love to ask you is, how does it feel being at top of the, how does it feel kind of being at top of the world and then having kind of like a mid-carder, but more of a mid-carder, I would say, almost a top star, take away something that, why? Okay, St. Christian, can you hear me? Okay, can you hear St. Christian? Alright, I can't hear St. Christian now. So, anyway, this is turning out to be an awesome thingamabob. Just kidding. Give me a second. So, I got a really good question. So, I'm actually surprised, Frank, that you actually picked Michael J. One of my persons that I would have picked, honestly, Machine Gun Kelly, I'm sorry, brother. Actually, you know what? I can't even pick because you never know what happens in Tcaps. And I think I pull off the best Tcaps, the best Road to Mania thing. But why do you? Well, you actually already answered this, but I think Michael J would also be a perfect add-in to that match. Michael J, he did awesome. I could not believe it. He came back better than ever. When he first started, he sucked. Now he came back better than ever, and all that other stuff. So, here's something I'm going to ask you. What do you think about Brian Psycho and well, let's go to this first. What do you think about Prince Lucas being a new superstar and coming in as strong as he did and was lasted with you to the end of the Rumble?
Well, first off, what happened, I saw the hardcore match between him and Brian Psycho, And what happened? He was very close to that match. I was like, oh damn. Then from the Royal Rumble match, he came in the final two spot, which I was really damn impressed by him. And what happened after the match? I told him this: what happened, win or lose with what you did, you have my respect, and you damn well deserve my respect because you have a lot of heart, you got a lot of momentum, you got a lot of talent in this match. Heck, one day you might be a good champion someday. Hey, you deserve my respect, and I respect that kid.
I definitely respect him too so much. Prince Lucas, you did an awesome debut. So happy for you. So let's talk about Bryce Saturn a little bit. Frank, do you think that Bryce has? Do you think he's a threat to any superstar out there because he's the Tcaps champion, or do you think that he's really not because he doesn't really show up as much as he should, but he is the new Tcaps champion? So, what do you think? Do you think he's a threat or what?
I say he's not a threat because Bryce Center, he really deserves for the TCAP's title. Like, he's a good superstar. To be honest, when I first saw him, I thought he was like he's not really good superstar. He's not. He doesn't have the momentum. But after from last year, he made it shocking to us all that heck maybe he deserved to be a good champion one day. He's bringing up. He changed a lot. Changes promotes. Changes talent. Everything. And what happened? Look where he is right now. He's a TCAS champion. I don't see him as a threat. But come TCAS Mania, I'm looking at him as my enemy. Whether he's a good friend or not, I'm taking that title away from him.
Good, good, good. All right. Let's see if I can think of one more question. I actually have an interesting question here. So Tigats Mania is coming up. Yes, awesome. I'm gonna ask you two more questions and then I'm gonna end it. The first question I want to ask you is, so the superstars that we have now, what superstars would you like to see face at Ticats Mania 3?
Like superstar to compete at TCAS Mania 3?
Yeah, that are currently active on the roster.
That is a tough question because there are many superstars. You know, dude, there are like some superstars that are active, but I can't name which superstar that deserves to be at TCAS Mania 3. So so what I had to find out, I just gotta be surprised to see which superstar wants him more. The question is, which superstar wants him more? Who wants to be at TCAS Mania 3? Who wants to make history? Who wants to have their TCAS Mania moment? If you guys want your TCAS Mania moment, you guys want to make history, you gotta put everything on the line inside of you and headline to TCAS Mania 3.
I agree. And you know who? These are the two people that I would love to see face because everybody knows the history about them. I want to see Brian Psycho versus Angel Tavares at TCATS Mania. I want to see it happen. And so here's another question that might be hard. It's kind of like the same question I just asked you, but it's kind of towards me more. Who would you like to see me face at TCATS Mania? So thing is that I don't compete a lot in my company, and everybody knows that. But the thing is that I'm making it a tradition that I do compete every year at TCATS Mania. Hell, it's TCATS Mania. I gotta compete at TCATS Mania. Hello. So who would you like to see me face?
I would have to say that son of a bitch, SJ.
SJ.
Cause here's the thing. What if ever since when SJ was TCAP's champion, and when he first lost it, who did he target after he lost that TCAP's title match? He targeted on you. What did he did? He crashed your website. What happens when he left? What did he did? He crashed your website again. So what happened was you let him took over your company. It's like if you let him take control of your website, he's taking part control of your company. Now, like, you're the CEO. Not only scratch that, you're the owner of this company. You're the owner of this company, and you just let that happen? Let him pissed off and crash your hardware website? Now, if I were you, I would go at him and challenge him to a match and freaking end this. What happened? You stand down. You stand down, sitting down on your bed, on your couch, doing nothing, and let him do that. So if I were you, go get that son of a bitch and end this.
So here's the deal. Spoiler alert. SJ, I hope you're watching this, bro. Because I got one thing for you. And that one thing is, well, listen closely. Is that it's time to feud, brother. And you know what? I'm challenging you at Tcaps Mania. Because I'm going to kick your ass at Tcaps Mania. By the way, SJ, this is your next step. I'm going to kick your ass. So you better be ready. So that concludes this episode of Tcaps Royal Rumble Results interview with Frank the Tank and kind of Saint Christian. But anyway, so guys, thanks for watching. If you did watch, I got no questions during this whole thing, which I was really hoping for questions. Let me see. I'm going to check again. No, I got no questions through this whole thing, but that's all right. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and peace out.